right, are you ready? Stand back, because when I crack this thing open, it's gonna pop open like a jack-in-the-box. All of this fits into this. This is everything that will get me through a week in a bag that fits under my seat. This bag is the most important bag you will carry when you travel. It's your personal carry-on bag, and if they have to check your other luggage and they lose it, you've got to be able to live out of this bag for maybe up to a week. So I'm going to show you how I got everything there into this bag and what this bag has, the special features that allow me to pack it like this and still get it under the seat in front of me and my feet under there too. Did I color coordinate my outfit to go with my bag? Maybe. You need some theory of simple. Welcome to my channel today, and today you have been waiting for another personal item carry-on bag video, and that's what I've done today. Everything you saw laying there fit into this bag, and I'm going to open it up and show you how I got everything in here and why there are certain features to this bag that are going to make it your favorite personal item carry-on bag. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Nomad Lane. And the people that started that company, I've been talking to them, they're travelers. They are people that travel all the time, and they came up with this bag, how it's shaped, how it's structured and everything to make sure that it would fit underneath the seat in front of you and still give you room for your feet, which is pretty much a feat in itself. But I'm telling you, I've tried that. I've sat in the aisle seat, I sat in the middle seat, I've sat at the window seat. This bag fits, fully packed like this, and I can still get my feet underneath the seat. So this is great for you people who are tall and you need to scoot your feet in there. This is your bag. Some of the things they've thought about with this bag is not only its shape, but how the bag is put together. The material is water resistant. I love that it has this piping here that helps keep its shape. The way the handles fold so it always fits underneath the seat in front of me, whether it's open or closed like this or hanging down so I can get to the zippers. The leather so that the handles stay supple and that doesn't crack like vinyl. It's just going to get better as you wear and put your hand oils onto it. How the zippers are located and work. All the pockets and everything for organization. There's just so much about it. But instead of me just talking to you about this whole thing, let's just get into what I've packed, how I've packed it, because I think that's the best way to show you the beauty of this bag. There are a few key items that I always look for in a personal item carry-on bag. And one is that it has a trolley sleeve like this, so I can slip it over the handles. And this trolley sleeve actually has a zipper on the bottom, so when I'm not using it on the trolley's handle, I can use it as an extra pocket in my bag. But I also love is because this bag is structured, when I go to get off the plane and I'm taking my overhead luggage out and have the handle up, this can go on there so easily. It slips on and off like a dream. I don't have to wrestle with it to get it on and off this handle. And that's because they made the pocket wide enough that it goes across the handles, but not so wide that your stuff is kind of slinging around all over the place. I've used some soft-sided bags that are not structured. I can get a lot into them, but they start swinging around the handle because the sleeve is too big or the sleeve is so tight that when I stuff it full of things, I have a hard time getting it over a handle. So I find that this trolley sleeve for me is perfect for getting it over the handle, getting it on quickly, and then converting to a pocket when I need some extra stuff to store. And the next thing is it has to have good sturdy handles, because this thing for me, when I pack it, this is 23 pounds. I need to be able to get this onto this trolley sleeve quickly, and I need some nice sturdy handles, and these are great. These lay down nicely. There are some handles that you have like this, they don't lay down as nicely. This lays down so I can slide this right under the seat. And the other beautiful thing about this is all of my zipper access. On my roller bag, I had to get it out, tip it up to get unzipped, to get anything out of it. This just slides out, and there are a couple of small pockets here with immediate access, plus I can get these open to get access, and these plenty of pockets. I'm going to show you how I pack it just so I can get to all the things that I need when I'm on the plane and not have to get around the things that I don't need on the plane and keep those intact. Another thing I love is that it has this wonderful area for my water bottle, a nice stretchy mesh. It'll hold a much larger water bottle than this. Even if it's full, it stays in here, so I love that. And if I'm not going to use it for a water bottle, I can zip it up and use it as a little pocket for something else. So for me, if you wanted to put a cell phone or something in here, you could slip things right down in there. So just another great pocket to have. For me, I like to have a nice trolley sleeve, but I also like this has a zipper. So I can zip this closed, and now this becomes an extra pocket for me to put things in. So this will fit a small iPad. You can put phones or passports or whatever else you want in here if you're not using it as a trolley sleeve. So another great compartment to have. And then on the very top here, there is a small pocket. I've used it for passports or phones, but for me, what I use it for now is I keep my battery and my cord in here. So when I want to charge, all I have to do is just plug this into my battery, slip that right down in here, and that way when I'm sitting at my seat, this can be down, and this cord, which is about 4 feet, will come up and charge my iPad or my phone. But this is in here and not in a seat pocket in front of me where I could forget it. And that way when I'm done, all I have to do is unplug it and then put my cord right back in here with my battery. And that way it all just stays right together, and I don't have to worry about whether I've left it in the seat pocket in front of me. Normally I have it done a little nicer than this, but I'm filming. But it all stays right in there. All right, if you're wondering what this little gadget is, it's to hold my jacket. I can put my jacket in here and hold it, so if I want to take it off and I'm hot, it'll strap it on here. There's another pocket here in the front, and what I have in here are some of my personal items. So for me, I like to bring an extra little purse like this, and it has things like all of my vitamin packets that I would need for at least a week. So again, if they lose my luggage, I have that in here. And then I also have some wipes, because as soon as I get to my seat, I'm going to want to wipe everything down. And I also have a little packet here that has all of my jewelry and things like that in it. And I like this packet because it's slim and slips right down in the pocket. It is something that I just had. It just happened to look and go well with this. But in this pocket here, they also have a thing for your keys. So you can put your keys on here and then make sure that it's nice and stretchy. I like that. So if you had to use it or anything, you could just pull it and stretch it from here. And then it has a couple of little pockets for pens or phones or passports, anything else in there. But I just keep all of this in my little pocket in the front here, because I don't really, other than the wipes, I don't really need to access any of that unless there's medication that I need. But this way I have all of my jewelry with me. And I like this little thing because I can hang this on a hanger in the closet behind some clothing and keep it a little bit more discreet wherever I'm going to be. And all of this just fits right into this little pocket here, right like that. All right. The next thing I have in here are these 2 zippers here. What I love about these, again, if you're pulling your bag out, you don't want to be digging down into things. The zippers are right here. I don't have to flip it over to get anything. And there's 2 pockets on this here. So I keep a few things. And one of them in here is a snack, as well as my little kitchen in a bag. I have shown you guys this before, what I have in here. I'm not going to go through it today, but that fits right down in here with one of my little snacks, so I can get to that right away. And then this side, similar thing, things I want to get to possibly on my flight, which is another snack. And my little bag that I carry that has all of my like soups and teas and things like that that I want to have, coffee and beef jerky. But these are all things I'm going to want to get into while I'm in flight. So I like to have those where I don't want to be digging down through everything else to get to them. These go in and zip up perfectly easy. Now let's get to these pockets and show you what's in them and how I pack them. Now, one of my favorite parts about this bag is it opens up completely. It's going to open up completely flat for me. So now I'm able to get to every part of the inside of this bag and lay it out like a suitcase and pack it just like a suitcase. I'm going to start off on this side, and as you can see, there's a mesh panel here that's going to allow me to get to what's on this side. And I have a lot packed in here because you know me, it's Mary Poppins. I have a hat for when I want to go hiking or something. This is the electronics bag. So this bag here is something I have to have my electronics slightly padded so it protects things. I carry all of my equipment for when I'm videotaping in here. So my mics and lights go in this because I'm a YouTuber, but you can use it for whatever you like. And then I also carry a backpack full of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff in here. I literally have like a water filter. This is my hangers and things like that. When my laundry bag, my immersion heater to heat water is in here. What else do I have in here? Another bag that I got from Nomad Lane is their toiletries bag. So I keep my toiletries bag right in there. It has all my toothbrush, everything I need to get me through at least a week. And it's the nice see-through. Now I have TSA pre-check. I do not have to take this out, but if you have to take this out, you can slip it into one of those little pockets here. So you can put it into that zipper pocket and so pull it out if you need to. But I have TSA pre-check, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to take it out, and I can just go ahead and put it in there. Yes, I have my little tiny survival guide because I always have that when I'm going to go hiking. And in here I have my sunscreen. And this little bag, this is everything. It's going to come out just like that. I also have a waterproof phone case because if I'm out hiking or something, I want that. I also have my little first aid kit, which I just talked to you about in a video the other day. And I also have a jacket in here. And believe it or not, this is a pair of shoes. And instead of putting them in a shoe bag, I put them in a pair of hiking socks. I just turned them inside out and I put these in hiking socks because that way I'm not wasting space with a bag that I'm not going to use. This will just be shoes that are in here and they fit right in here. And then let me take those out for you. You've got one pair of these shoes are actually water shoes / walking shoes. Another hanger that I use in case I need to hang like a nice outfit, which I'll show you later. And a little jacket for if I'm hiking. And these are the two pockets that I had everything in, you know, the food items in. So everything just lays in here right like this and then gets packed in really nicely for me to have everything I need for hiking or going out and about. And I just kind of finagle it all in there, get it all in there. There's even a little bit of space up in here. You'll see, like, this is what I like is that it doesn't look like you have much space, but the way they designed this is you have this little lip here to help keep everything in. I guess I should get this in here. All right, this next section right here is my workstation. So in here, it has a nice Velcro stretchy strap to hold everything in. I keep my hard drives in here and all the cords for that in here. And then I have my iPad as well as my laptop in here. They have nice places with sleeves to separate everything. And I love that. So I can take these out. And if I need to get to these while I'm on the plane, there's, you know, you don't have to zip it completely open. You can zip it just part of the way to get this out. So that's another great thing. So I have all of this in here. That's the bulk of the weight the bulk of the weight is going to be these things. They just take up a lot of weight and room. But the other thing now is I have access to this part of the luggage. And this opens up and allows me to have my outfits in here that I'm going to need for the trip. So I'm going to show you how I pack this. I didn't use any packing cubes in this particular thing. So this is a dress that I'm bringing. You can see it's just laying in here. These are a pair of leggings. I also have my hiking water bottle, which I will fill to use for regular water if I don't want hot water in the thermos. And that will fit. That's why I put it in here like this, is so that if I need to, I can unzip from here to get to this water bottle on the flight if I need it. This also has a charger for me that'll charge things like my iWatch, as well as it has USB-A and USB-C, and I'll use the cord for my battery. So again, this is just enough to get me through if I need to charge anything. And for me, I have this little holder here that allows me to clip it to a table and put my phone in here if I want to go ahead and watch a video or use it for filming and videotaping. So it acts as a little tripod for me, and it turns, so this is a great little thing to have as well. And these are the two electronic things that I have in here. And then I have outfits in here, and again, I have another pair of shoes. You can see right here, I have a pair of leather folding shoes with their own pair of socks in here, so that I can use these as a slipper. I can use them as a ballet flat, but I go ahead and I keep them inside of another sock. So that way I don't have to worry about having, you know, something that is useless to me. This is going to be useful, and I'll be able to wear these with my hiking boots and everything, and they just cover us all up. And so those two things sit here. I have a couple of different shirts here, another one here, and then this is a stadium bag. I'm going to be going to a concert as soon as I get there, which is why I have the outfit on that I'm wearing. But this has bras and underwear, pajamas, and a scarf, and there's a little strap here, and this turns this into a stadium bag, but it's acting here as a packing cube. And if I take this all out, you'll see that my leggings and stuff, my dress, are laid out in here so that they're going to be less wrinkly when I get to my destination. So all of this will just fit in here nicely, and I just roll these kind of, I call it folding rolling. It's kind of folded, kind of rolled, and then I have this. The other thing is it comes with a shoulder strap, and it has a little bit of elastic here to hold it down in the bottom here so it's not in the way, but it allows me to have this wonderful padded shoulder strap so that I can carry it on my shoulder if I need to. It's adjustable, wonderful turnbuckles here that allow me to put it on and not worry about straps twisting, and this nice leather shoulder pad here for that. So I like having that in case I need to, you know, if they take my luggage and they check it, I have to have a way to carry this easily. And this slips right into this little elastic sleeve down in the bottom of this section. And then all I have to do is just close this up. So this dress I can wear with those shoes, the flats. I can wear them with my hiking boots, leggings to be comfortable in, a pair of jeans, a couple of shirts to get me through and mix and match with what I have on. And that, folks, is everything in this beautiful bento bag. And if you're wondering, this bag weighs 23 pounds, packed with everything that I showed you in it right now. So these are those two small compartments here that I showed you that I can get to things really easily on the plane by just pulling this out from underneath the seat. If I want to get into, let's say, my computer, this is the same zipper that completely opens up the bag to lay flat. But I can just open it part of the way, and then I can get into getting all of my computer right here, and my iPad, or even my charging things right here. And then, of course, the back where I had all of my clothing, this here allows me to open it up, and I can get to my tripod, that charging brick, as well as a water bottle. So that way everything's accessible to me and easy. I don't have to be digging down into anything. And of course, I showed you here that this is the battery and the charging station, so I can just have the wire come on up and get to my table, tray table on the plane. So this to me is just about perfect bag for travel as a personal carry-on item. The other feature I like about this water bottle pocket is when I've slid this whole thing under the seat in front of me, I'm going to have this stick out. That way I don't have to have my water bottle in that skinny little seat back pocket that half the time doesn't fit anything and most of the time is filthy. I don't want anything in there. So this keeps it here. You can see there's a little space. It's off the floor. I can get to it. I can drink. And that way if I want my tray table up because I've got my iPad hanging and I'm watching something, I don't have to have my tray table down just to have my water bottle like sitting on it. And it's right there for easy access. This pocket's the same way. If I have it facing out this way with the water bottle, I like that the zipper's right here, that if I wanted to get to my little wipes, I can get to them nice and easy. If I spill something or I need to wipe something, and I can slide them right back in here and get this closed up nice and easy and not have to worry about digging around for things. That to me is the biggest issue on a plane. Bending over, trying to dig around for stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke. You're down there for so long. So this makes it feel like I have a little bit of grace while I'm traveling. Now I pack my personal item bag pretty heavy, and for those of you who are like, I can't even lift that, you'll just have to modify and find out what you really need to pack in your bag. I'm just here to show you, you can pack a lot of stuff, and just a couple of hacks that I use to pack this bag. But again, these are just samples, pack it any way you like. I pack this heavy because my overhead luggage, I want it a little bit lighter because I've got to get it over my head and into that overhead bin, and most of the times now the flight attendants won't help you, so I make sure that this bag's a little heavier, it's a little easier to get underneath, and then I can grab this nicely here and get it on top of the trolley handle of my other carry-on piece of luggage. But this to me is probably one of my favorite pieces of luggage now, and it's also great for just weekend trips. I love this with the strap. I can just take it for a weekend trip, and then I don't have to worry about anything else but this. So now you can see why this is now my favorite personal item carry-on bag. And if you'd like to get one of these for yourself, I'm going to leave a link and a discount code for 10% off in the video description below so that you can get something like this and make sure you're able to pack for a week in a bag that fits under the seat. Some of you were wondering about this little bag and why it's hanging on the outside. I covered in another video that there are a couple of multi-tool things that sometimes trigger a search, and I keep everything in here. That way it's in a separate bowl. It's not attached to this. This just reminds me hanging it on the outside to take it off and put it in a bowl. I'm not going to go through everything in here today, but I have tons of little things in here. And that way, if for some reason it gets triggered to be something that is going to be searched and it's taking too long, I can leave this whole bag, but I'm not holding up this or my purse or my vest, and I can get going. So I like to keep anything that might be a trigger in this little bag here, and I set that in a bowl by itself. So, did you pick up any new packing hacks from this video? If you did, drop me a comment and let me know what kind of packing hacks I showed you today in my Mary Poppins bag that will help you with your personal item the next time you travel. But until the next time, remember to juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple. Make sure you get everything you need on your trip in your personal item bag. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Who needs dumbbells when you can just lift a 23-pound bag up and down for your weight training?